Ladies and gentlemen, we have made the hardest death run ever, and this is only our second one. So, yeah, put your comment in the comment section below. People on my last video left some comments, but they didn't put their username, so no winners there, which sucks. I'm just kidding. I might give you your prize if you ask me for it. I don't really know who won, because it says 2 people commented 3 hours ago, and I'm not really sure which one was first. Anyways, yeah, this is the death run, and it's going to be super sick. It's literally impossible, if you can see right over here. I've kind of organized each section by different types of NPCs. So in this first section, we see Camille's, probably 30 to 100 of them, if we're going to be honest. And then the next sections are also crazy. Mercenary Mage, Corporal Beast, tons of different bosses, probably half of the ones on the list of very hard and hard bosses. So basically impossible. And you know what? I might give away an award if someone can beat this, because honestly, I've literally only gotten through the first section, and I used to have it so there weren't too many NPCs, and I buffed it so it would be, yeah, I went from easy to literally expert mode in like 5 seconds. So if you watch me, I'm going through it. I'm making it look like easy cheesecake. I might actually let myself use a little bit of cheats, which would be prayers, and oh my god, it looks kind of like we're gonna win, but who knows. I don't know, did Lucian teleport me to him? Is that a thing that Lucian does? Whatever. We're gonna go back into my custom home, and I'll show you. All the stuff spawns, the crates spawn, the NPCs spawn. They spawn a little bit late, so you can actually watch them pop in. So they don't all come in at once, they just pop in slowly, as you can see. Kind of decrease the lag on the server from too many NPCs popping up. We actually have a command that spawns like 10 million zombies on like every single square in the game, which is so ridiculous. But Jesus, this Mercenary Mage part is really scary. Usually I run past the volcanoes without taking any damage, but the part that's really going to get me is where the Corporal Beasts are stomping all over me. And I guess their magic attacks just finished me off, so that kind of sucks. But we'll keep trying. I've gotten further and further every single time. We're like getting over halfway through the course, so I'm not going to cheat right now because the NPCs haven't spawned yet. I could increase the amount of time, or I mean decrease the amount of time it takes them to spawn, which would make sense. And then we could run the course a little bit faster. And it would be kind of cool if I spawned at my spawn point every single time I died. But yeah, we're just climbing over stiles here. Stiles are making it a little bit difficult. I even put some crates here and make it like a little bit more of a maze, and you have to click the stiles, otherwise you really can't get through, and you might get stuck. So, you know, it looks like Corporal Beast is smacking me, like he's fisting me with magic attacks, which, like, I would assume it would be melee, but I'm seeing magic attacks literally from everywhere. So if I ever decide to use a prayer, I would definitely go for this protect from magic. Deflect magic protects against magical attacks and can deflect against some of the damage back to the attacker. Which, doesn't that work? Hopefully it works. I don't know if it works for NPCs, but I assume it works in PvP at least. Looks like it's time for me to die. I didn't even get through the second section this time, which is how it started. Like when I first made this, I almost couldn't even get through the Camille section because Camille was just hitting me with his sword, and Camille also has this other attack where he can freeze you, and that will stop you for a real long time, and you are definitely not getting out of that alive, because it hits like a 30, then another 30, then another 30, then it just keeps hitting like constant 30s on you. You see what I'm saying with the Camilles and the swords? It's just he's slicing me up, slicing and dicing me. So yeah, we're going back in again. I don't know which attempt number this is. Probably put like, let's say, a text amount of the amount of deaths that this is going to take me before I actually win this. I'm just gonna keep going for it literally until I win. Oh, I'm a little bit too eager. I'm trying to go in there a little bit too quickly, but yeah. Also, we should start making some donation deals, like for custom weapons and whatnot. I'm seeing some $5 donations, some $10 donations, which is, it's pretty cool. I saw one that came from an Ultimate Iron Man, which, like, usually those don't have to donate because they get already the Heroic Donator. So a lot of donator perks are given away for free, and now Demonic Donator is given away for free to Iron Man. So if we could get some donations of, like, the $20 donations are good, $30 donations are good, $50 donations are spectacular. Some people go out of their way and do $100 donations, which honestly, those people are the only reason that our server gets popular in the first place. And we get lucky with a few people who donate like $1,000 in their course of staying on Anarchy, and honestly that like boosts our player count through the roof, because then I can go and get videos, and then the videos can attract new players, and then all those new players are usually the ones who are voting, and that's really where the player count comes from. Voting might even be better than the videos. So we just have to get the videos to get new players, enough new players to start voting, so that we can get up a little bit higher on the top lists. I've spent a few hundred on getting us, like, they give free votes on top lists. Like, for example, Top G will give you 400 free votes at the beginning of the month if you pay them a certain amount, and that lasts for like a year. So we're basically gonna be guaranteed a spot in the top 50 of Top G leaderboards, which is, it's pretty cool of Top G to be doing that. And also I get some advertisements on Top G, but honestly those aren't really cutting it. Like, I think the videos of the YouTubers are great. They really show off that our server has good programming, has good content that's actually fun, and keeps you busy for a long period of time without, like, a lot of these servers are grinding servers where the experience rates are slow, and then they have all the same Slayer NPCs that you gotta go kill over and over, and then people donate for that and they think it's fun. But basically on our server it's way different. We have a lot of more custom content to explore, and people who play longer find that they really enjoy the server and they keep coming back, and we can keep them coming back even more if they see a higher player count, because the player count, after you see most of the content, then it's the player count that matters. It's a community, and you want to talk to a lot of cool people. Some people leave and they were like best friends on my video game. They like made best friends with each other, and then they're super sad when the other person leaves. That was like basically their entire life was Anarchy. And yeah, you can stay in touch like through Discord and stuff, but it's almost not even the same. Like, the type of relationship that you get, type of friendship on an RSPS is through the roof. You're just not going to find other video games that are way less toxic, and you can actually conversate with people and figure out details of their life and ask them about their job, where they live, what it's like to live in the place that they live in, New Zealand or Australia. Some of these places are great, and they have things like surfing, which I would never be able to surf, but I can hear all these stories of different locations of the world and hanging out on beaches, and even Skype video chats with people putting condoms over their head. It's been a lot of fun playing RSPS, and I want to keep that going, keep our community strong, because we just gotta keep getting more player count, making the game more and more fun, and that's basically what it's all about. So I will be wondering if anyone wants any custom items. I know that that's one of the best ways to make the players happy, to get them their very own special item with their name on it, with some abilities, which I will have them choose, like drop rate, extra damage bonus. There's so many additional features that these custom items can have that make it a must need to show off in the game, show it off to anyone else, and then even use it at bosses to be able to get more custom or more rare items, more custom items. I guess a lot of our bosses drop. But back to the death run, I have been really making it about the same distance every single time. Almost finished it like quite a while ago with these corporal beasts. Oh, my guy is like deciding not to run right now. Come on, dude, we gotta go, we gotta run, we gotta sprint, we gotta be fast, we gotta be like the Bolts. And like last video, the NPCs disappeared and some people wanted to try out the little death run that I had, and unfortunately they couldn't. Yeah, the NPCs despawned because it was the wrong custom home I was putting all the NPCs at. I was on a different account, Pure Kit, which didn't have the owner status, so I couldn't actually save any of the NPCs there. That's on purpose. Oh, looks like I actually got frozen here. But now at this custom home, if you guys go to Kit's custom home, which is mine, then you'll actually see all the NPCs, the Camilles, the Corporal Beasts, all that. All these objects will spawn. You gotta wait, of course, for the NPCs to spawn before you start attempting to do it. Otherwise, I won't believe that you did it. Like, actually, you might have just cheated when you did it, and that would be no fun. But an award, I threw out a number last video, 10 billion for some sort of reward for this, and that would be an absolutely amazing reward. Let's say you were here for like a few hours, it would be totally worth it, because that's a few billion per hour. But I don't know how many people would sit and do this for a few hours at a time. I've seen Fortnite death runs, and that's kind of what inspired me to make this, because the Fortnite death runs are almost impossible and they take like literally hours. But it is of course possible if you have the skill of like which direction or which path to take exactly, how to run after clicking on styles, how to get past all these NPCs, how not to get frozen. It's very, very difficult. This death run might actually be impossible, because the last part just has way too many Corporal Beasts, and the Corporal Beasts are really what do some of the most damage in the entire thing. But when I did this with half as many NPCs, I could get it through it like a piece of cake, because the Camilles, they would try and walk up to me, but really they'd never actually hit me. But now since they're so close, they can actually hit you with their sword right away. But if I click this style fast enough, I only get hit once by the Camille. I'm gonna run over here to this other style and run over here quickly past all these goddamn Lucians, and I'm probably not gonna make it here, because as you can see, 4 Corporal Beasts stomping it on you at the same time. I don't know if it's even possible to get past just the 4 Corporal Beasts on their own, but yeah, it seems like I lose 20 hit points on average at least from the Camilles, maybe 20 hit points from the Mercenary Mage, and then by the Lucians 20 damage, then by the Corporal Beast like the final 20 damage that would just kill me. Yeah, as you can see, I'm already at 688 hit points, and basically I need to get through these first 2 sections with over 50% of my hit points, otherwise I'm just not gonna win. And wow, I didn't even get past any of the Lucians. But when there was only one Lucian there, he was actually doing the attacks that I want him to do, which is the bubble attack. And the reason that one's good is because you can run through it super easily. You can also run through the Camilles pretty easily, because the Camilles don't attack you long distance. They'll only attack you if you're like close to them. They have to walk up to you before they even attack you with their sword. So, oh no. Yeah, so it looks like this straight shot, just going through these first 2 styles like this, is one of the best ideas. Running over here, climb over the style, get through, hopefully. No, looks like we can't do it. There's just too many of every NPC, but actually, this is basically the perfect death run. I probably wouldn't change it. I'd probably leave everything the way that it is, because I almost guarantee someone's going to be able to beat this. It's probably a 1 in 1 million chance, but I've seen people beat harder stuff that I've made before, and they come up with what they call their strategy, or they just get super lucky, is what I believe. Oh damn, these Camilles are just hitting me to like straight to death. These mercenary mages, when they attack you, you can run through their volcano attack without you getting hurt at all. You can run through their rock attack without you getting hurt at all. There's just a lot of attacks that they do that do almost no damage, but the tornado ones can actually get you messed up pretty easily. So we're gonna go through this style right here, and there's like 6 Camilles right here that could attack me. Looks like one actually would hit me, and I keep running here. Look, we only got hit once by one Camille, and we're getting absolutely destroyed by those tornadoes. We're running past the Lucians. The Lucians are kind of missing. We're running past the Corporal Beasts. We kind of run along the crates, so hopefully the Corporal Beasts don't stomp on us, but really that area is so small that the Corporal Beasts, like, you're guaranteed to get stomped on, unfortunately. But yeah, we've gotten to the second to last Corporal Beast. There's even more Corporal Beasts after that, and as long as we get that far past those first wave of Corporal Beasts, the second wave of Corporal Beasts is actually a little bit easier to get past. So Jesus, these mercenary mages are relentless. They didn't kill me, which is very surprising. Oh all right, and then if you can see, there's 2 sets of styles over there. The first set of styles leads you to the Corporal Beast area, the second Corporal Beast area, and then the second set of styles actually leads you to the finish line where you would be finished. So you know what, I'll put a price on this. If you complete this course, I almost have to be there to be sure that you did it correctly. So I will perhaps make a video of watching people do this. I can enter like a spectate mode and be able to watch you as you do it, or I could, like, I don't know, I could spawn somewhere in the middle of the map and try and watch you do it over and over and over. But I basically see you do the same thing as me probably, which is die right in the middle of the course, which seems to be right where you would die. You don't die in the first part ever too easily. You don't die in the second part too easily with the mercenary mages. If the Camilles actually froze you, which it doesn't seem like they ever actually freeze you, then it would be like way more likely you would die in the first part. But every single time it's about the same. Oh, it looks like I just got teleported to Lucian twice, and I almost even got that like atomic bomb attack from Lucian, where he has this atomic bomb bubble pop out from him and do just a ton of damage, which yeah drags you in, then does all this damage. Or he has another move, like a combo basically, where he teleports to you and then he does that white bubble attack, and that is one of his most annoying like things that he can do. Looks like we're actually gonna die in the Camille area the first time, but we get through usually 3-4 for the waves of NPCs, and then yeah, it's just no good. Corporal Beasts, we're literally getting every single time to the second to last wave of the NPCs in here, so we're getting so close, which means honestly somebody could finish this if they really were here for an entire day. I've only been here for like 20 minutes and I've gotten close, but it's just a matter of whether I get lucky or not with the types of attacks that they do. Like, oh, is it the follow me human? Is that the one where they teleport you to them? My odds are that one of them is going to do the attack that's going to do a bunch of damage to me, and then the other few are going to do the attacks that I really want them to do, where it's just a numbers game. Like, they all have a random number generator that determines whether or not they're going to use their mage attack, their melee attack, their range attack, their teleport to you attack, their teleport you to them attack. And then the Camille really only has 2 options. They're either going to hit you with their sword, which is probably a 50% chance, or you know, it seems like the chance of them hitting you with their sword is a lot higher than the ice barrage attack, which is pretty good because you definitely don't want to get frozen. But with the ice barrage attack, it's not even a guarantee that you get frozen, because all the ice barrages, they just go in random areas. They don't even necessarily go right on top of where you're standing. But the Camilles, they can stand, all these NPCs can stand on top of each other, which might give me a distinct advantage somehow. It looks like, yeah, so I've gotten past the Camilles, and luckily that section went exactly as I want. And this section, ooh, we're 50% health. We might make it. We might make it. Come on. Don't get stomped on too much. Oh, we got stomped on. Just stomped on once, and the 39 damage happened to kill us. So, looks like these last wave of Corporal Beasts, or second to last wave of Corporal Beasts, is basically what's going to finish you off. I put more Corporal Beasts in here because he is the best at doing tons of damage to you. I used to have Virago in here, but for whatever reason, Virago is just not aggressive right now. So we're not really going to put him in my death run, although it would be really cool to see him because he's supposed to do some of the most damage. And people were even complaining that he should be nerfed recently. But if he's not aggressive, then that's just not even fair. Oh, looks like, okay, so we're at 25% hit points, and like, can we run through this? If they do their magic attack, then it looks like I can't even get stomped on. So, like, that could be a tactic that you could use, is force them to use their magic attack on you somehow, and then try and run underneath them so they don't stomp on you. Because I'm sure that their stomping damage is way more. Like, the 39 we saw earlier was just a massive hit. So I'm going to try and use a protection prayer and see if that allows me to run through this course. I might allow people to use protection prayers, but honestly, I think it might be too easy. I don't know. I'll go through it like 5 times with the protection prayers and see what happens, because yeah, this protect from mage should help me against mercenary mage and Lucian, but looks like Lucian can use damage that's cannon based, and then also damage that's like there's no hit or like no damage type. Those no damage type really get you. But we're gonna try and pray melee through this little first section. Then we're gonna switch to magic, probably for the remainder of it, because Lucian usually attacks with magic, Corporal Beast usually attacks with magic, and finally these mercenary mages usually attack with magic. So yeah, we're getting through this. We're taking barely any damage somehow, which is very strange because like I was praying melee during the mercenary mage part. So come on, don't take any damage. Oh, I got stomped on and I got magic attacked. So you know what, I'm gonna allow people, if they do my death run, to use prayer, because even though I'm using prayer, it seems almost the same level of difficulty. I'm not getting much further, but we'll try it. I've only done it 3 times with the prayers, I think 3-4 times. So we're gonna try once again, get through here. I think they hit zeros on you if you have your prayer on, so that's really overpowered. But I think some NPCs might not really care if you have prayer on or not. Like, I'll probably still take magic damage. Yeah, I still took a little bit of magic damage. I ran right past the Lucians, which is surprising. And if I run literally through the top of the crates, I can't get stomped on. I'm gonna try and climb over here on the furthest style. Oh, look at that. We made it all the way to the last wave of Corporal Beast, which there's like 4 in that area. Same as the second to last wave of Corporal. Yeah, we're getting so close. There's like 3 flags back there. I believe 3 flags, like either city flags or Saradomin, Guthix, and what's the third one? Saradomin, Guthix, Zamorak. But they're not really color coded like that, so maybe it is like city flags. I don't know. We could go there and check it out if we ever make it, and then you guys can determine for yourselves what kind of flags they are. If we're like real RuneScape buffs, we might actually know what they mean, but as it stands, I've honestly no clue. I just put them there because that represents like the end of the death run. Jesus. So I've been here for 25 minutes and yeah, I was not able to get through it, which yeah, that kind of sucks, but whatever. We tried our best. We got almost to the last little part. This guy's saying he's a new player. I think I've seen Krills before, unless Krills, let me check when he started really quick. Krills says he is currently logged in and he started 6 days ago, but he does only have like 3 hours of playtime, so he's not really a new player. Or I mean, he is kind of a new player. 3 hours is like not very long, unless he's had a different account. Someone's laughing like, you know what, he might not actually be a new player. I don't believe he's a new player. I don't think, because I'm pretty sure I've seen his another account of his. Krills, yeah, see, we've got Krills over here with 2 Z's, and I bet he has way more game time. Jesus, yeah, so he has 2,600 minutes. That's kind of a lot of playtime. You're not really a new player, although you did join within the last week, so you're probably honestly one of our most active new players that I've seen. But that's the end of the video, so thanks for watching, and you guys can attempt my custom home if you type : ch, go to another person's house, type my username Kit, and you can test it out for yourself if you think you can do it, if you think you're up for it. Alright, peace out.